This is a tutorial for an Irish dance poodle sock wrapped around a vase. It is a very simple and easy tutorial that has no sewing and you can do with items that you have lying around your house. Stay tuned after the video to find out how you can win a vase yourself. Alright, the very first thing we're going to do is we have our vase that we're going to be using, and I'm going to go ahead and set that aside. I'm going to take my sock now and my scissors, and I am going to cut where the pattern on the socks stops. So I'm going to cut the foot off. You can throw this extra bit away, unless you would like to save it for things just in case, like I do. To the side. Now what you should have left is your sock tube. We are going to put our sock tube onto our vase. So make sure you do this carefully so the raw edge that you have doesn't stretch out and start to fray. I have put the sock on the tube about halfway down, making it even on each side. Now that that's done, I'm going to go ahead and flip it over using my fabric tack, which is the same stuff I used to put the rhinestones on my solo dress. I'm going to go ahead and seal the edge, the raw edge that we just cut. You do not have to do this, but I think it'll, in the long run, work out for you, so that way there's no frayed edges or anything on your sock that you have to worry about. So go ahead and do that. While it's still tacky, I'm going to go ahead and make sure it's into all of the fibers here on the edge. You don't have to do this. You could also do this with a hot glue gun. Whatever you prefer. Okay. Now that my raw edge is sealed, I'm going to go ahead and put little dabs of glue on the underside of the sock to glue it to the glass so that way it does not move around and shift while we have our flowers in it from years of wear that you hopefully will be getting out of this vase. And then go ahead, flip it over, and glue the top side to the vase as well. We have our sock on our vase. It's time to decorate. You can use any number of things for decoration. I have a few buttons, I also have ribbon and raffia, or you can use puffy paint to doodle a design. If you are a doodler, you can totally do this. It's really easy. I actually have one that I did doodle on. So I took my sock and just doodled a paisley design on. Really, I didn't have a plan, I just kind of drew. So there's that idea if you'd like. But for this one, we're going to make something a little bit more, I guess, elegant. So that way it matches more flowers that you have. So I'm going to take my raffia here. I'm going to take my raffia and a large needle that I use for knitting projects. I'm going to go ahead and thread the raffia through the needle, and I'm going to thread the raffia with my needle. Come on. Of course, now I have problems doing this. Never have problems threading a needle until it's on the video. Okay, we're going to just go for the other side. Oh my goodness. This is what happens when you make videos late at night. Yes, there we go. So, I have my raffia, and I'm going to go ahead and thread it through every other bubble on my sock pattern. I am 1, 2, 3, 4 bubbles down from the top. And going in every other bubble. This is something that you can probably pull through 2 at a time. If you are securing ribbon to your poodle sock here, you could also use the same method of threading it through a needle. It'll probably be the easiest unless you just want to tie your ribbon around the vase. Alright, now because I like the look of really ragged looking raffia, I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing a second time. So I'll have essentially 2 layers of raffia around my vase. Yay. Alright, now that my raffia is all nice and tied, I'm going to go ahead Now that I have my raffia all wrapped around my vase, I'm going to tie it into a nice little bow. Alright, so there you have your raffia and your bow. Now you could leave it like this, or you could add buttons. Really, the whole decoration thing is up to you. I have my buttons here that I'm going to glue on, and I'm just going to glue them on kind of randomly using my fabric tack here. The same stuff that I glue my rhinestones on my dress, so hopefully the buttons should be staying for life. At least that is the idea here. And there you have it. This is my version of a poodle sock vase. Alright, the giveaway details, the part you've all been waiting for. All you have to do is go to my blog, Rinkagobra, which the link is in the down bar, and you'll comment on the post, and then I will announce winners on my blog on April 14th. So be sure to follow the instructions I give you, and then check back. Enjoy, and have fun crafting.